Hi, and thank you for watching. On today's show,
we're going to show you how we hooked up a Chevy Silverado that has the 4.3-inch screen in the dash with the Intraphex backup camera system. Pretty sweet. Check it out. Okay, so we're going to need a couple panel removal tools and something with a 7mm on it. So you want to start here at the top, get the first clip, and then just kind of work your way around. There's two clips here that you're going to want to pop out, and then this seems to be the most difficult one out of the bunch. Just kind of use your fingers, work them in there, wiggle it a little bit, and it'll pop off. Once you get that off, remove these two clips. Alright, then find a nice safe place to set this so you don't scratch it. Then we have 4 7mm bolts, screws, whatever. Go ahead and remove those. We're going to remove 2 of the other ones. Alright, there's 2 clips here, so just kind of grab and do this, do that, slide it out, tip it. If you're worried about it scratching something, you can always do one of these guys here. There's 2 clips on the back of the radio right here. Go ahead and unplug those. This one's, and then there's one down here for the air conditioning. You get that one. It's easier if you spin this one around so you can face yourself. This is a little USB 2. Lean into the thing so that you got it nice and firm. Alright, set this in a nice safe place. Alright, so now you have the 2 plugs you need plus the air conditioner. Grab your Intraphex. Alright, you have your 2 little T harnesses right here. Go ahead and let's get these plugged in. Now we're gonna remove the lower portion of the dash. There's 2 Torx screws right here. Unscrew those. This whole piece will just pop off. Just go slow. There's just a couple, four clips on that. 5 clips. Jesus. You can either leave it hanging or remove the hood pop. Alright, this will expose this area where we want to mount the Intraphex brain. As you can see, it's not the smallest thing in the world, so we don't want to tuck it up in here. Probably could, but we want to leave it somewhere where it's easy to service. Alright, so now we want to take our harnesses. There's a nice big hole in the dash right here. Reach your hand up in. Just kind of wiggle the cable down. Don't yank on it, just wiggle. Stick your fingers in there. Helps if you have a flashlight. Alright, the harness will just come right on down. Easy access to the fuse, as well as all the wiring. Alright, so now we want to grab the faceplate. Go ahead and plug the air conditioner back in. Tuck up your T harness. Plug the USB, and then the screen control, whatever it is you want to call it. Make sure they're nice and tight. Alright, line those 2 clips back up and push. At this point, you may want to turn everything on, plug the brain in, make sure everything works. That way you don't have to pull it all back apart. So screw in the white plug. Then the little LVDS. Make sure it only goes in one way and it's kind of funky, so pay attention. They give you a warning on their instruction manuals. Alright, get that plugged in. So now the only thing left to hook up is this, which is the rear view camera, and the power for the rear view camera. So we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so we actually removed the tailgate from the car. You do not have to do that to do this install. We just did it for making it easier to show you. But what you want to do first is remove this little panel here, which just has a bunch of screws, that'll come right off, and once you remove that, it'll access you to this. So now we're going to show you how to take that off, which is the handle.
Alright.
So it's got 2 body clips. Just go ahead and pull those off. And it's got 2 10mm bolts. There's 2 clips on the bottom. You just kind of reach in and push up, and then the whole thing comes out. Now the next thing we want to do is remove this little lock portion right here, and you can do that just by twisting these or pulling them apart. Kind of reach in there. Another one on this side. Push or pull. Hold on, I got it. There you go. All right, so then this will come back out and go into the new case. New case. Jeez, speak English. All right. So go ahead and snake the wire into the hole first. Put the top in first. Then just snap it in place. All right. Put your 2 10mm bolts back in. Go ahead and clip your 2 bars on. So now the handle's back together and the camera's mounted. The only thing you have left to do is run the wires. Now located in the bottom of the tailgate, right here in the middle, is a hole that we're going to come out of. It's going to have a matching hole on the truck side. As you can see, we have the wire coming that we ran from the car itself coming out the center hole here, and the other hole is right next to it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to plug these 2 together and put a little bit of heat shrink on them to keep any water out. Now you don't have to use the heat shrink. Obviously, if you're going to remove in your tailgate, you'd probably want to leave the heat shrink off. However, in this case, we can always cut heat shrink. Alright, so we've ran the wire through the car. We have it coming out of the dash next to where our other wires are. We're going to go ahead and hook the 2 together. The unit provides a reverse power as well as ground, so we've made those connections. We've plugged in the backup camera. Now we're going to add some more heat shrink to it so it doesn't dislodge when we mount it in the dash, or if someone accidentally pulls on it. You never know what happens when a mechanic gets his hands up in there. Alright, so we have all our connections made, all our wires run, and before we button this thing back up, we just want to put it in reverse to make sure it works. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. And voila, we've got a reverse image. So now you'll be able to see what's going on behind you, and as you can see from the image, you can kind of see where the hitch is. So if your customer needs a backup camera solution for their 4.3-inch touchscreen, this is the guy.